cleaning up some of the rest of Orzammar, and looks like there's some trouble down here that I can go play with.
You do not truly think I look as my mother does, do you?
Have you really been thinking about that all this time?
I am simply curious.
And not insecure in the slightest, I'm sure.
I think I look nothing like her.
I don't know. Give it a few hundred years and it'll be a spot-on match.
I said that I look nothing like her.
All right, got it. Totally different. I see that now.
So when I give her that mirror present... Here. Anyway. Alright. Oh look. Trouble.
Balin's stooges. Deciding pretender will ruin it. For Harriman!
And I just sold some crap. I'm gonna get
As you
more.
desire.
Oh,
All right.
well, no. Just Malachite's one of the things I'm keeping, so that works. That's fine. Suppose I could double check in here for random stuff. I'm probably gonna have to do another round of talky bits if I can. Well, I don't have to, but I can, so...
No more matches until the new king decrees it.
Oh, what a shame.
The king just sent word. For my admirable taste in not supporting my cousin's rebellion, I won't be among those executed.
Okay.
We have nothing to talk about, Warden. I haven't done a thing.
Right. Everybody believe me now.
Don't take it personally. Hanashan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone. They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be soldiers. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training until she won a grand proving bare-handed. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor. Ancestors guide you.
Yeah. My ancestors do a different sort of guidance from yours.
I'm gonna take first in the inaugural glory proving. Get out of here!
Oh, you're the one that wants to set me up with fights. Which I could do, but I don't wanna. Not right now. I mean, I don't get much out of it either, so... A little bit of money, maybe a little experience. But... for the most part...
Lay your hand on me once more, dwarf, and the moment shall be your last.
Ooh,
Don't
go for
take
it. Do it. Do it.
personally.
Wait, no, he'll
I
smoke.
stepped on a
well,
rock.
you don't burn things.
You don't want me to
so...
fall and break my neck, do you?
The prospect would not trouble me overmuch.
Nor I.
You sound just like Bronca.
Then I commend her good sense. But this is the last time I will tell you. Touch me no more.
Bronca said that too.
Good sense was not a trait Bronca had. Or is not a trait Bronca currently possesses. But, yeah, no, she made a few wise decisions.
So you're the one who killed Jarvia.
Yep.
Do you know what you've done? Jarvia was no paragon, but she looked after her own. Even the nobles wouldn't cross her. If you think we're gonna let you waltz around like you own the place, you're wrong. For Jarvia, attack!
Couldn't we all
Just get along? What's the fun
get
of that?
along? No? All right.
Don't think there's anything or any reason for me to go back in either of those.
What do you think of that new King Balin, huh?
Just like any other noble.
Delighted.
I haven't actually ever bothered with this. Have I?
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Of course.
Hmm. That's the kind of stuff you have. Oh. I don't know what his caddis looks like. Fine with the one he's got now. That is a lovely gift for someone I haven't got yet. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna get rid of that and yeah, just that for now. Yes. I'm gonna want to rearrange the lineup again, but for now these ones are the best equipped.
You couldn't hurt me if you wanted to, Witch. You know that? Yeah.
'Tis so.
Dwarves resist magic, woman. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing. I could not, for instance, kick you in your manhood.
Oh,
Do you wish to see?
not necessary.
Well, the offer stands.
And so does he.
Give me a moment. Of course everything's all right. Just give me one sodding moment. By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there. Strange? Strange is your wife turning out to prefer the ladies.
It's not that
Not
strange.
living in a world without a bleeding ceiling. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, what you call it, daylight.
Yeah. Well, first things first. Oh, no, not that. Suppose I can go get Shale now.
The Blight. How will you end it? Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order. Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed. Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
He does appreciate giving sass back. I like that about him.
Orzammar has sent her best, Warden. It has been a long time since the Dwarven army has marched on the surface. Outfitting any army on short notice, there's always room for more gear. Gems would serve the most utility. The Middlestone, sapphires and the like. We're dealing with many smaller foundries, and larger values might overwhelm.
Okay. And done.
Everything brings us closer to victory.
I don't actually know how the crap I give helps with stuff. I just know that it's supposed to. I also need to get to my storage chest and arrange a bunch of crap. But I don't know if I can get there uninterrupted. So let's get some talky bits done. Let's start with you. Gift giving will come later.
Something on your mind? Of course.
You've got nothing to say. Have you got more sass for me?
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected. You're welcome. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Right.
I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell. I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand. Perhaps. I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it. I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down. Do your people have no souls as we know them? Convenient for you. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath. If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now. Near Lake Callanhad. Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same. You called. I am hardly surprised. To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are. There is interesting food here.
Pastries.
You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
Cake.
Yes, we have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied. What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell. Does it? It's also his weakness. If he stumbles and falls over, it pins him on his back. It is better to armor yourself with no more than what you need. One life, one duty. You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on? As you wish.
That's good enough for now. Talk to you. You're gonna think I'm flirting with you.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why. You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. You're a monster on the field already, Warden. But your style just doesn't give itself to mad rage. Too much thinking, too much, finesse. But if you know someone fit for this type of work, I'll teach him. It'll be nice to have another berserker to grunt at for a change. What the sod is there to know? You get mad, you fly into battle, and things die. It's pretty simple. The hard part is getting in touch with your rage. We all learn to hold that back. It's why we don't kill every duster who looks at us sideways. You need to shut that off. For some people, being in battle is enough. But others have to think about something. Violence, monsters, nobles, your wife, whatever.
Your wife.
Especially my wife. Well, for most berserkers it does. Several years ago, I worked with a berserker on one expedition. Just couldn't work himself up. We had to kick him in the stones before he could get going. Why not? When you fight, you get mad. By the stone, it's a sodding tactic to enrage your enemy so he makes a mistake, right? Berserkers grab that anger and drink it like it's yesterday's ale. Then we turn it against our foes and watch the limbs fly. Well, for most berserkers it does. Several years, we had to kick him in the stones before he could get going. I'm listening. What about? Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway. Handling what? Bronca? Pih. That treasure's been long buried. Ancestors take me. You people whine like tea kettles around here.
Okay.
What you need? What about? It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale? Who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
Okay.
Ass chaps.
Right.
Yes? Well, here I am.
Nothing else to say. At least not at their current dispositions. Oh.
Yes? So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind. Alright.
I could get used to this, you know.
I have a whole lot of hooch I can give you, I think. Oh no, just one right now. Huh, oh no, two.
By my ancestors, this is a wonderful gift.
I know, right? Mirror for you, dear.
What have you there? A mirror? It is just the same as the mirror which Flemeth smashed on the ground so long ago. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly. You say that as if I should be accustomed to such a thing. I have never received a gift, not one which did not come at a price. I suppose I should say thank you for the gift. 'Tis most thoughtful, truly.
Oof. 24. Skill acquired. That's quite a big increase. Liliana. I don't have shoes for you. But I know you like that.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't...
Probably didn't need anything. Sten. I don't have anything for you yet. That's a shame. I need to go buy you a pastry or something.
Tis cold in my tent, all alone.
God.
So you shall come to my tent? But whatever shall we do in that tiny little space together while we wait for it to warm?
Something you're going to cajole out of a male warden later anyway.
Good. Then let us waste no more time with foolish talk.
Yeah. You can watch this. My eyes are closed. Gives me an opportunity to drink my coffee.
I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance are not exaggerated. Not at all. Legends abound regarding such figures as Garahel, sordid though they may be. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so very healthy. I enjoy the thought that 'tis a little of both. Natural prowess, driven by a darker side. That is entirely up to you. Simply know that I have no designs on your independence. I wish only to do what I desire, and if that coincides with what you desire, then so be it. And should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not? Then we should get along marvelously. Come then, let us be off before the others begin to stare.
Too late. She likes me more. Are there other talky bits?
I have something for you.
Oh!
I mean that I have a gift for you. 'Tis a ring. Now before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead. It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly. Flemeth used to say that 'twas a link between us, one that I presumed worked both ways. I never tested it, but I doubt she would have lied over such a thing, so it would mean I am linked to you as much as you to I. I do not know. As I said, I never tested it.
That would come in hand
Perhaps.
for witch hunt.
You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
Wait, but okay. Well, let me look at the damn thing. Well, it's. I'll hold on to it, but I'm not gonna wear it. Oh, they. Not used to having you like me that
full
much.
of questions, are you?
It's a bit odd. Her laughing.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Okay, no more talky bits with you. Good, good. That one was traumatizing enough. But everybody's disposition went up.
You called. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your
Heard that
farmers wish to
already.
be merchants. The merchants dream of being noble, perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs. True. I was trying to forget that part. Shall we move on?
On then.
As you wish.
Alright.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Nothing going on there.
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation. If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions. I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish. How marvelous that must be. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles. They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais. Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at. No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry. I did not realize that. It is so strange how long-held beliefs just seem natural and right. Like there is no other way to feel. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
Yeah. That happens.
Something I can help with?
I don't know.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Oh, here we go.
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? I miss Val-Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val-Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val-Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the grand cathedral. It was magnificent. Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
Oh god, the shoes!
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes! Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes. Well, they're shoes. They're pretty. Some of them anyway. When I left Orlais, The fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring. I wouldn't want to run in it, or have to enter battle, but for lounging in a lady's sitting room? Perfect. The shoes made in Olay were exquisite. Not at all like this clunky, fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them. They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day.
I know she likes the conversation more if I say I like shoes, but oh god, no. I always feel dirty talking to her about shoes.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? Where did you hear this? And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards. Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are. Nobles, mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players. I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry, and when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
Yeah, there's more to it than that.
Something I can help with? That's an idea. I watch you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
I already had that, but I do like...
Something I can help with?
Going through the motions of
What's on your mind?
Things, even if I've already done it. Right. Drunkard.
What you need? What about? What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back. Alright. Alright then.
Huh.
What you need? What about? You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved. I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight, and when you win, and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for. You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right?
There is that.
This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions? All right. Aye, all right then.
Okay. That didn't really do a whole lot. But that was everyone, right? I think. I guess it'll have to do for now.